Hello everyone, in today's video I am doing a different kind of video. I have another one of these on my channel, I believe from last year, but this one I have been anticipating for some months now. I know that it is March and this video is long overdue, but I am going to be going over my 2023 goals as well as my new 2023 envelopes with you guys. Very excited to be doing so. For those of you who don't know who I am, or if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, just so you know, I am a cash-based budgeter and I'm a zero-based budgeter here in Texas. I'm a server slash bartender. I work at a restaurant. So all of my money comes from tips that I make daily. And I have some pretty lofty goals for this year for myself, personally, financially, spiritually. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into today's video. So I will be going over my goals, and then I did have some requests as far as like doing some envelopes with you guys. So I have revamped most of my envelopes, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish up those envelopes. You'll see what I'm talking about, but often I'm going to finish up doing those envelopes here on camera with you guys. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. As you see here, I do have my goals that I had written down from last year, and I wanted just to compare those to my goals that I have for this year. So getting into last year's goals, I had a lot fewer ones, you can obviously tell, but get to 1,000 subscribers, just to point out some of the main ones, which I did accomplish. Go on vacation at least 4 times. I went on several vacations last year. I did pay off all my debt. I have yet to max out my Roth, but I'm still within the 2023 contribution year, so that should be getting done this year. I did not start saving for a new car. I did build up my emergency fund. Still trying to get my credit score to 800, which I do have on this this new goal list as well. I did start a savings challenge. I opened an Etsy shop. So I did a lot of these things that I had set for myself, which is really exciting just to kind of look back and be like, you know what, like it might not have seemed like I was doing as much as I was, but looking back, I realize I actually accomplished a lot of stuff in the year 2022. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into my 2023 goals, just to kind of go over those with you guys. So I did split them up within 4 categories, starting off with my YouTube. So this year, I would really like to reach 5,000 subscribers. I think at the time of this video, I have 2,500 or around 2,500, which is so exciting. I am so thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed. If you enjoy this kind of content like budgeting, savings challenges, just saving up money and getting financially free, definitely subscribe to this channel. There's a ton of content on here. So that being said, want to reach 5,000 subscribers this year. I would love to work with a sponsor. So not just have an affiliate link, but to actually be sponsored in my videos by somebody. And I have several brands that I would love to work with here. I want to build up my Amazon storefront. I do have an Amazon storefront listed in the description box below. I have book recommendations, everything that you see here as far as budgeting. I have all of those linked, some vacation items and some home decor. I would love to work with another budgeter. This one I'm really nervous about because I'm an introvert just by nature. I really love being at home. I think I've mentioned this to you guys, but I'm an introvert, so that one I think is going to be the most challenging on this list as far as YouTube. But I do want to do that. Of course, I want to stay consistent with my videos, keep popping them out for you guys, and then really long term, not just this year, but I mean long term, I would love to be able to quit my job and do this full time. I see a lot of YouTubers or a lot of budgeters. Well, not a lot. I have seen some budgeters who have been able to quit their day jobs and then make this their full-time thing. That's really my goal. I would really love to do that. So put that on there as well. Getting into my financial goals. So specifically financially, I do want to obtain that higher credit score. I am very close to it, but I haven't quite gotten there. I want to start saving for my car this year. I put that on my list last year. It just didn't happen, but I do want to start saving for a new car. My car is perfectly fine right now, but it is an older vehicle. I have a 2016, so not that I need a new car, but I know eventually I'm going to want to get another one, and I want to be able to have a nice big down payment. If not, just pay off the car straight full cash. So that's one of my goals. I really, really want to buy an investment property or a home. That's a really big one. And then savings challenges. I'm doing several savings challenges this year with you guys, which I'll get into some new ones whenever we get into the envelopes. I want to max out my Roth for this next year. And I do want to increase my income with these side hustles. So affiliate marketing, sponsorships, YouTube, house hacking if I can, like real estate investing. I do want to get all of those extra incomes. That way I can quit my job. If you guys can't tell, I really, really want to quit my job. That's a huge goal of mine this year. In fact, my boyfriend and I, our goal together this year is to quit both of our jobs. We have no job 2023 all around our house. We actually, like, my boyfriend actually printed little slips of paper, and we have them like taped to our mirror, taped to our computers. It's just something we're trying to manifest this year. So that's a really, really, really big goal. Getting into my personal goals, and I didn't realize that this is supposed to be on the financial side, but we'll get into that. Some personal goals of mine, just maintaining a healthy lifestyle really is a big one for me. So walking every day, I really love to walk. That's one of the things I actually enjoy, and I love walking around my neighborhood. So walking, and I put not at work because I do walk a lot at work being a server, but I want to be able to do it leisurely instead. I don't want to have to do it for work. So walking, getting into yoga, I didn't put that on here, but getting into yoga is one of my goals as well. Doing a more balanced diet, getting rid of those refined sugars and processed foods, waking up early. I am not a morning person. I do want to be able to get up because I just feel like in the afternoon, whenever I get home, like get home around 5 o'clock, I cook dinner for my family, I wash the dishes, and then by the time it's like 8 o'clock, I'm just tired. Like I just want to go to bed. And that's the time that I have to actually do my side hustles like YouTube. And there's so often that I'm just so exhausted from the day that I don't put as much effort as I would like to into doing some of these videos. So I would really like to start my day sooner. That way I can get more work done before I go to work. That way I have a fresh mind. I do want to start doing meditation as well as journaling. I've been trying to get motivated by watching some YouTube videos about productivity just in general. Like 2023 resets is what I've been kind of searching on YouTube, and just becoming a more productive person overall, more efficient, and just enjoying my day more, because I'm the kind of person that's motivated by productivity. I feel like if I haven't done something, which it could be a whole psychological response to something in my childhood, I don't know, but I feel like if I'm not being productive, then I'm unhappy. Like it makes me unhappy if I haven't succeeded my goals for the day. So just making sure I start earlier, get more done. And then I really, really, really want to cut back on my social media consumption. It's not so much, I don't have like I don't get on TikTok necessarily, but it's a lot of YouTube that I watch, and I really need to make that, like I need to cut out time for that instead of just allowing myself to go hours on hours just watching YouTube shorts, because that's really what's happening. Definitely stay consistent with my therapy. And then this one, be 3 months ahead on all bills. That should have went up to financial, but I do want to be 3 months ahead. And then eventually 6 months ahead. That'll probably be next year's goal, but just creating that really good safety net. That way, if anything happens, if I lose my job or if my boyfriend loses his job, we have that to fall back on. Finishing up the personal goals, and I mentioned this to you guys in a previous video, but it's just being intentional about getting out of my comfort zone and meeting new people, building relationships with others. I am in that book club that I mentioned. I am in a book club. For those of you who did not see that video, I'm in a book club, but I follow some pages here in my city of like hangouts, meetups, and I really just need to get out and explore those options that I have. It's just becoming an adult just has made me realize how very hard, like it made me realize who I am as a person, and it's just very hard to, as an adult, make those really genuine connections. And as I've grown, I understand that not every connection you make, not every friend you have is going to be like that best friend for life. You're gonna have friends that like you go to book club with. You're gonna have friends that you go shopping with or you vacation with. But I'm really looking for obtaining and maintaining some really, really good friends, like just good people, because I feel like that's another thing that's really hard to come by, people that are just genuine and good. So that's my last personal goal. Spiritually, I do want to get back into church, pray more often. I want to do some extracurriculars. My church offers a lot of extracurricular things outside of just the services, like life groups and Bible studies and things like that I want to get into. And I just want to navigate this next year, which is what I wrote. I just want to navigate this next year with just being more gracious and more positive, just have a more positive mindset overall. And I finished this list with, so I finished this last year's list, 2022 is about. So 2023 is about staying consistent, committed, and centered. Those are some really big things I want to maintain for 2023. So that being said, those are all my goals for this year. Let's go ahead and get into the new envelopes, because I'm so excited to introduce these to you guys. So let me grab all of my binders. And I didn't mention this, but another thing I want to do with you guys, and I spoke about this in a different video, but it is a reality. I want to unstuff all of my envelopes and just see how much money we have here, just because I'm really curious. So that's what I'm going to also be doing after I finish these labels. So lots of new changes. The big ones, obviously, I have new actual binders. So these have a black spine and then a black button. Everything is listed in my Amazon storefront in case you guys are interested. As far as the labels, I will list the Etsy shop that I bought them from. I'll mention the name as well, but the big changes are the black spines. I wanted to keep them uniform just because like having different colored binders was, I don't know, it didn't appeal to me any longer. So everything is nice and clean. It's nice. It's all the same. And of course the labels are different. So I will post the link, but I have a ton of new labels. I just like the aesthetic of these a little bit more. I like the wording, or like the font of these a lot more. And then lastly, these are going to stay the same as far as my bills binder, my cash envelopes binder, but I did redo all of my sinking funds. So this is going to be my short-term sinking fund binder. So for those of you, if you haven't kind of researched these topics, short-term sinking funds are those that are typically less than a year. So you need them in less than a year. These include Christmas, clothing, vacations, registration, things like that, things that happen within a year's time. And then for my long-term sinking funds, these are sinking funds that typically are longer than a year. So I know the annual fee is on here. It could have been placed in here, but another thing I did is they each have the same number of envelopes. That's just me being OCD. So these will include like my savings challenges, my Roth, my son's savings, like more like actual long-term goals. So what I said before about finishing the envelopes. So in these, I have kept the labels inside. I'm going to be finishing these with you guys. That way you can just kind of see the process. I might speed through it, but I will explain the first couple to you guys. That way, if you want to get these, you can see how to apply them and how easy it is. So that being said, let's go ahead. I think rent needs, or I mean, I think bills might need one. Let me see. Do I have anything to do in this one? Actually, I don't think I think I might not. Oh, y'all. Oh my gosh. This. And of course, I forgot one of them. I'm going to be ordering internet, but that is different. So that's what it is. Unfortunate, but it's just a situation. So bills is all done. We're going to go back through and count this or unstuff this later, but let's go ahead and do cash envelopes next. I think I'll stick these here for now. I hope there's no glare or anything. Stick those there. And then I will, again, show you all these first couple so that you guys can see how to do them. And I will be explaining my new ones as we go along, of course. So in my cash envelopes, I did add several new envelopes. So I think like 4 or 5 new envelopes. I guess it's 5. I think 5 new envelopes. So let me get these all out of here. And then I'll set this off to the side. So really quickly, let me go over my new ones. First up, miscellaneous. So I used to have my debt fund as kind of like a miscellaneous envelope. If I needed extra money, if I needed buffer, I guess is what you would probably call it, I would take from there. But I want to have an envelope dedicated just to having a buffer. That way, if something costs more than I think it does, or if I need more money for a certain category, I have some backup. So that's what miscellaneous is for. Obviously, my challenges, my $1 and $5 challenge. So I will be taking any leftovers from my cash envelopes, any ones and fives. I'll be putting them in here and I'll be counting them at the end of the year. For Sam's Club, I'm still trying to decide how I want to do this one. So I'm thinking one of two ways. Either I can budget for this and like have like actual money go towards it. It's just going to be hard because I already have so many other envelopes. So I might only be able to add to it every once in a while. Or I was thinking if I have any 20s or 10s left over from my cash envelopes, I'll throw them in here. So we'll see how that goes. And then Zora. Zora is my son's pet gecko. I needed to get her an envelope for herself because she eats a ton of worms right now. A little fact about geckos, and whenever they're juveniles, they eat a couple times a day. And then as they get older, they'll eat a couple times a week. So she's still pretty young. She has to eat pretty often. So I wanted to make her her own little envelope. So let's go ahead and get into how these work. Now you want to start off with clean envelopes. All of these envelopes that I have are brand new. I had to buy new envelopes, so they're all perfectly intact. They're ready to go. And the instructions say to peel off the back of the transferred paper first. So you just grab a corner and then it should just peel right off. If you have any that stick, you can just kind of push the transfer tape and the paper together and it kind of pushes it onto the tape. Let's make sure we get it all off. Perfect. And then I'm going to stick this on here. Trying to be as meticulous as I can, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Hopefully that looks pretty good. We'll see. And then I'm just going to grab, it says to grab a credit card. I have where did I put it? I have a gift card. Obviously, I'm not going to put my credit card on camera, but I have like a little Target gift card. I just want to smooth it out and make sure that those letters are sticking. And then you want to peel at a 45-degree angle from the corner. So either way you go, let me see if I can just like grab one of these bad boys, maybe from this side. Nope. There we go. So you just want to peel up. Of course, if anything is sticking to the tape, you want to make sure that you go back in with that card and just smooth it out. But that is it. It's really, really easy. I really like these. I highly recommend this shop. Again, I'll list it below. That could have been a little straighter, but that is what it is. So there's a miscellaneous one. I'm really glad though that I didn't do all of these on camera because y'all, my neck was sore. I was like craning over to like get these done. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed through these next ones. That way you guys can see, but that is how that is done. Alrighty, I'm gonna throw these back in here. If I can remember where I put them. They should all be alternating except for the last two. So personal spending, then date night, and then I think it was miscellaneous, and then tithes. Is that right? Let me double check. Get these mixed up. So these are after miscellaneous, $5, $1. And I'll close these up. And then I think it's, yeah, Sam's Club and Zora in from the tithes. While we're in this envelope, I'm gonna go ahead and get these counted and see how much we have in all of them. So I'm gonna have my calculator off to the side here. So in gas, let's see, $10, $11, $12. In groceries, it is $18. So 12, 18, 12 and $8. It's 20. And then this should just be a $20 bill in personal spending. Yes. Date night has 50. And then in deposit, I believe it's 40. Yeah, 40. So 130, and you know what? I am going to write this down because if not, I will probably be very sad. I'm just gonna make a little note for myself over here. In cash envelopes, it was 130. Okay, cool. Perfect. So that's all done. Let me go ahead and get into my long-term sinking fund binder, and I'm going to pull up the ones that are new. And then going through these really quickly because some of these names have changed. Annual fee has stayed the same. I kept tattoo fund and dental fees as well. Car maintenance is in here. Oh, I skipped one. I think I skipped two actually. Oh no, just one. Wedding is the same. I changed diapers to baby. Emergency fund, of course. The Roth stayed the same. So this is my son's envelope. We call him the boy. He's our only child. He is a boy, so we call him the boy. That's his name. So I relabeled that for him. And then I did relabel my Saveopoly. It was tearing, the one that I received from the Etsy seller. It was tearing on the side. So I got a new envelope for it, and I just wanted to have everything the same, uniform. So Saveopoly. And then this is my mystery challenge, my scratch challenge. So that's a new one as well. Let's go ahead and get these done. So being added to this binder is new car, new home, and annual memberships. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do annual memberships. Just because what I think I might do is, my boyfriend and I have discussed this recently. We want to be 3 months ahead on our bills. We want to pay our bills in quarters, basically, like have everything paid up for a few months. So what I might do is I might put my 3 month ahead and all of my bills in here in the annual membership. At least my subscriptions for sure will probably go in here. But again, that's something I'll have to decide once the time comes. But annual memberships is getting added for that. And then again, I do want to do an investment home or buy an investment property. There are ways around that without actually having to save for down payment, but I do want to start saving up in case we need some money for a down payment. So that's what that's for. And then of course, as I mentioned earlier, my new car. So let me go ahead and get all these done for you guys. All right, let's throw these back in here. I believe annual membership is after annual fee. And then let's see, after car maintenance is new car and then new home. Okay, and then we'll go through here and we will calculate how much is in this envelope, or this binder, sorry. So we had the 130 in, you know what, let me just go ahead and do just this amount in here and then we can add them. So annual fee has, let's see, that's 55. Tattoo fund, I think it's 185, 150, 78, 185. Dental fees, 1, 20, 40, 60, which actually I'm not going to count this because, oh, whatever, I'll count it. It technically needs to go to the bank, but it's fine. It's what we have in here now. 160, 500 in car maintenance. I believe wedding and baby both have 130. Yep, 130 in both of those. The emergency fund has 150, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 184. Roth has 5,000. The boys envelope has 1, 2, that's 22, 25. And then I'm not going to count these because I want to be surprised at the end of the year. So these are not going to be included, but 85 is 69 total in the long-term funds. So plus the 130, we're at almost 8,700. All right, cool. Moving into the last one for the new envelopes. And you know what? I'm going to go back through whenever I'm counting the bills. I did relabel or rename some of them, so I'm going to go over those as well. But in here, Christmas is the same. We have medical expenses now instead of just medical. So these are specifically going to be for my copays. Vacation, clothing, birthdays. Holiday fund is now in here. Household essentials. This is going to be for things like toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, trash bags. That's what that one's going to be specifically for. I have a new one just for home decor. So anything I want to get, like pictures, new lights, blankets, curtains, anything like that. So I'm going to take that out of there. We have car registration now in here. Car insurance is now in here because that gets paid every 6 months. So it is a shorter term. Back to school. Sports and clubs is a new one. I really want to get my son into, he wants to do soccer. Soccer is really what he's interested in. So get him into soccer and then get him into some more after school programs. He's in chess club right now. He has after school like club, but getting him into some other things just to kind of diversify his activities. Self-care is now in here. And then I relabeled hustle to YouTube. So that's my YouTube envelope now. So let's get these done and then we'll get this counted. Alrighty, y'all, let's get these put back in here and get this binder counted. I believe home decor was behind house essentials, household essentials. Sports and clubs was after back to school. And then YouTube was the very last one. Okay. Y'all, I about had a heart attack. I was looking at my phone to see if it was recording and I thought it wasn't. I got so scared. I just wanted to find the name of the shop really quick so I can go ahead and do a shout out. So it's Simply Signs by Corey. Corey is with a K. I'll go ahead and put it somewhere here on the screen for you guys if y'all wanted to check that out. And I'm probably going to put this maybe at the beginning of the video. Maybe I'll put it here. I don't know. I'm going to include my vision board as well. That way you guys can get a look at my vision board and just see kind of what I am trying to manifest this year. But let's go ahead and count the short-term sinking fund binder. So Christmas has 250. Medical expenses has, oh, let me start counting. Has 50. Vacation is 225. Clothing 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 35 in there. Birthdays has 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 90. Holiday fund, I think it has 20. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Household essentials is 25. Car registration has 70. Yep, 24, 60, 70. Car insurance, 51, 20, 40, 140 in there. Back to school is 35. Self-care, this is the last one in here. And it has 60. Oh, $1,000 exactly in this binder. Awesome. Let me just write that down. And then lastly, let's go through the bills binder. So this is just income from that I made this week. I need to do my cash stuffing. I am going to be filming that right after this video. But here we have rent. I changed that old subscriptions to subscriptions now, so it actually refers to the correct thing. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and add this up as we're going. That would make the most sense. So rent has 150, 2, 20, 40, 50, so 250 is in there. $250. Subscriptions has 45. Cell phone, that one stay the same, 20, 40, 60, 80, 125. So luckily I didn't add bills. That's always a good time. Electric stayed the same. It has, I believe, 125, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 125. Childcare, so this used to be daycare. It's now childcare. My son doesn't go to daycare necessarily. He's 10, so he goes to an after-school program or childcare. It has 40. Let's not talk about it, y'all. Internet has 45. Dental insurance is 25. Health insurance is 60. Investing. So this is another one that changed. This used to be debt fund. I am using this money specifically for real estate investing, so I wanted the label to reflect that. It has 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50. So 250 in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and count income. I'm not going to include this one because it's going to be in a different stuffing, but just to give you guys an idea of what we'll be stuffing for this next week. Income has 1, 2, 3, 54, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1000, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 12, 20. If you guys want to see how I use this money in my envelopes or how I budget this, definitely stay tuned for that cash stuffing. That's going to be coming out, I believe, this week as well. If not, it'll come out early next week. But 1220 in there. So that equals 2185 in my bills binder. Let me go ahead and tally up all of the amounts. So 2185 plus the 1,000 in my short-term sinking fund. 2185 plus 1,000 plus the 8569 in my long-term sinking fund plus the 130 in my cash envelopes. So $11,884 in all of my envelopes. Of course, that does include some placeholders that represent about, I don't know, $7,000 of that. So that is actually in the bank. Don't keep it all on me, but that's really cool to see. I've been wanting to do that for a very long time, just because I don't know, just because I'm curious. I just like to know, how well I'm doing, I guess, or if I'm doing well or if I'm on track. So that makes me feel really, really good. But I hope you guys did like this video. I think there was something else I wanted to mention to y'all. Oh, I think I just wanted to mention, like, thank you guys for your patience with this video. I know it's been a long time coming. It should have been done months ago, but life happens, things happen, and I really wanted to push it to get it done. I was going to actually wait until the first cash stuffing of April because I just wasn't sure how long it was going to take me to get this video filmed, to get it out, but I really wanted to have this for you guys, so I did try to rush it and have it for the first cash stuffing of March. So if you did like this video, please give it a like down below. If you have not yet subscribed and you want to see how this year goes for me and my personal goals, or if you just are curious about other people's money, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you in my cash stuffing. Thanks so much. Bye.